Alright, YouTube, this is my Super Hornet Roma 150. Now I'm going to go through and do kind of a detailed review. This is the first of probably 5 different ones I'm going to do. I ordered it from Superior Motorsports, and on arrival, the first thing that I noticed was the tank here is cracked at the hinge, so it doesn't want to open and close properly, and it's got a nice little gap here in between the tank, or the box, whatever you want to call it, and the frame. So what that is a stress crack right on the hinge from where they put the screws in too tight and cracked the hinge. Also, the hinge isn't lined up with the box properly, which offsets it to the frame. Now, as far as ordering a new one, I could go through insurance. I did put in a claim yesterday. Allegedly, they're going to send it out. But if it's not here in 4 or 5 days, then I'm just going to go ahead and buy one. I'm not really one of them people that's going to, piss around and wait 6 months and get into an argument back and forth over something I could probably buy for $10 and just have it shipped in a matter of days. Alright, the second thing that I noticed is it's got some minor scratches. No big deal. It was shipped from California, so it's expected. Now, this is one thing that I wanted to stress right here. The foot pegs. Everybody talks about having issues with the foot pegs coming off. Okay. Well, I left one in so you guys can see just how cheap they are. Right, I don't know if you can see it, right where my finger is. They're like tiny little paper clips. They pull right out, which is very dangerous, especially when they hold in the motor and everything else. First thing you're going to want to do is go to AutoZone, and you can get a pack of, I don't even know how many, a bunch for like $2.50. So I replaced the pins with heavy duty pins. The 2 back pegs were missing pins. They were obviously in a hurry when they put it together. And again, I'm not complaining about them. They do what they do, whatever. You have to go into it knowing that you're ordering a cheap Chinese bike. So you have to go into it knowing that if you want this particular bike, you're going to have to do some modifications to it upon arrival. So I went through and I put heavy duty pins in all of the foot pegs, so I don't have to worry about those coming out. Now, startup. This back piece here had a wheel cover that covers it up. Well, it won't just come out by itself. I had to cut the damn thing out so I could get to the carburetor. It wasn't starting up. Now, tech support got on the phone with me. I'll give them that. They spent a good hour on the phone with me trying to help me figure out why it wouldn't run. The hoses were backwards. Now, let me show you here. A buddy of mine who has a YouTube channel called Law Lee has this exact bike. Okay, so you lift up the seat here. A buddy of mine has this. The first thing you're going to do is under this cover is your battery. That'll come separately. You have to put the fluids in it and then charge it up. This piece here with the cap on it, I have absolutely no idea what that piece does, what it's supposed to do. My buddy, again, his name is La Lee. He's got the same exact bike. He bought his first and did all kinds of crazy cool modifications to it to help the performance. So he talked me through it, and what I did is I just eliminated this piece and bypassed it, and then ran all the hoses to their proper place, excluding this piece here, and sure enough, the bike fired right up. As you can see, there's very limited room here. This piece down here, the fuel pump, was connected to the bottom of this little round piece, so we took the first pump out of there and wired it to the lower port on the fuel pump, and then rerouted the main hoses to the fuel filter that's tucked up underneath this fairing here. seat snaps back on. So once we got that taken care of, hang on 1 second here. Steering wheel has a lock. Alright, I'm going to let you guys hear it. Maybe I won't, the battery's dead. Okay, so I won't be riding it, battery's dead. That's the next thing on my list, is getting a better quality battery. This thing did not want to hold a charge for anything. Now you can get a kit that's got pretty much everything in it. I'm going to be ordering a new carburetor, an air filter, where I'll be taking this rubber boot off and replacing it with an air filter. I ordered a new CDI that goes under the seat here, and I ordered a new ignition coil with a spark plug. You want to get aftermarket, better quality stuff. The stuff is actually a lot cheaper than you think on eBay, and you can even get the stuff primed so that it comes within 2 days. Mine should be here today. I'm going to go ahead and charge my battery and then start it back up so you guys can hear it run. As far as the other stuff, I mean, you have to go into it really realizing that you're buying a cheap Chinese bike. So first thing, get the pins. You want to go through and replace all the pins from the cheap ones, because those things are like little paper clips, and if they pop off, man, anything can happen. You're going to lose foot pegs. The kickstand's going to fall out of it, so get heavy duty pins. Like I said, $2.50 at AutoZone, you can get a pack of them. This came with a little number 5 here that I took off. I rode it last night around the block a couple of times, and man, it's fun. It's a nice bike for somebody like me. You know, I'm not really a daredevil type guy. You know, it's plenty fast for me. It does what it needs to do. Now, I did get another bike here. This is a Basham 250 that I've had 9 months, has 0 miles on it, and it still don't run. My wife and I paid an extra $250 to have it come assembled, and this thing came in 2,000 pieces and was dropped off at the end of my driveway from Safer Wholesale. As I started to try to assemble it, it had absolutely no instructions to it. It took a good month, maybe 2 months, to get it fully assembled, and then noticed all the parts were broke. It had a broken petcock, had a broken fuel filter, which this is a brand new fuel filter I'm going to take off and probably put on the Roma here. One of the things that I like about the Roma as opposed to the 250 is no gears. I mean, you can do some modifications to this bike, the Roma, so that it's plenty fast for what you're going to need it for. I mean, straight out of the box, it was plenty fast for me. As far as this hunk of shit, it's going to be parked on the side of the shed. We've already contacted the bank and told them they abandoned their property here and they need to come get it. It's just bullshit. So yeah, that's pretty much it right there. I will charge the battery and I'll let you guys hear it, and then later when my wife comes home, we will make another video of me riding it. So just to go through one more time, if you're gonna order this bike, make sure you order the parts you're gonna need from start so that they're already here when the bike gets here. The bike took roughly 2 weeks to get here, about 14 days, something like that, almost to the day 14 days exactly. So you want new pins, heavy duty pins. Eventually you'll want to buy new hoses. I've seen a lot of people getting kind of the neon green hoses for the fuel lines so that you can actually see if fuel's not running through a line. Great idea. I plan on doing that. Definitely you want to replace the carburetor. You want to take this boot off eventually. Now, if yours comes with a cover that has the little wheel case, I'm going to level with you. Even taking the screws out, the piece would not come out of there. So they had to have put that on there before they put the rest of the bike together, because that thing just would not come out, so I cut it out. Not overly concerned with it. If you want to see any of the modifications, I'm going to try to post his link. I'm really not YouTube savvy, but his name or his channel is called Law Lee, and he has done a lot of crazy modifications to his bike, and it's his first bike as well, and I tell you, he talked me through it. He got mine going, and you could learn a lot from his channel. So check him out, and we'll post another video later. Bye.